What's up, everybody? This is LL, and as the saying goes, it is calm before the storm. And what I mean is, there are a lot of these testnet campaigns, voyages, and NFT missions going on right now on multiple different networks, and these are obvious prerequisites and build-ups for the eventual mainnet launch, which usually involves an airdrop. So you gotta pay a lot of attention what is being made out, even though the markets are red and etc. And there are a couple of, prime candidates of networks which might do an airdrop next, which we will talk about in a second. But let's kind of break down what we have for the month of June. Also, I want to put out a bit of a shout out to EarnDrop. This is a platform which basically allows you to track out what airdrops your address may have, so EVM addresses, and you might have missed out, like, oh, I didn't know I can actually claim this airdrop. This is like a very convenient way to do it. There's a free version, and then there's also a paid version. I will have my affiliate link down below, so in case you're gonna be signing up, you're gonna be helping. But basically, when I have a subscription, I can actually like see all of these things that I have claimed and what I can claim, basically. And that's actually very convenient for me, because even a very veteran airdrop hunter like me doesn't always know when exactly drop goes on, because there's so many of them happening on a regular basis. When we are looking at the airdrops breakdown for our DeFi side, we have a lot of drops going on May, and I think summer is going to be very packed too. And so yeah, I think you should keep being active, doing things on every mainnet, every network, do swaps, provide liquidities, buy NFTs. These are being tracked all the time by multiple different protocols out there, and those are going to be the prerequisites usually to get these airdrops. Now let's get into what we have in store for June. So some people were asking me when Supra Oracles is basically coming back, and yes, they finally have come back. New missions are around, and there's this massive crate which you can now also claim, and I think this expiring in like literally in 2 days or something. So be hurry about it. And they are like getting back into that grind, and obviously you need to do KYC here. My philosophy with KYC in general is that if you have some, if you have done KYC on one exchange, you might as well do it on every else, because, the government or whatever, they have all your data after, anyways. So, and I'm bullish on Supra. I've said that a million times before, but, I think this is one of those more high value airdrops you want to definitely be part of. Now, next up, we have the Bravos, which is a Starknet wallet. And Bravos has the Bravos or Starknet Journey, and ArgentX, which is the other wallet, also has their own campaign. And they are having both of them, kind of interestingly enough, they're having these going on at the same time, which kind of which makes me think about, okay, something's going on. Bravos and ArgentX probably both are going to have their own tokens, but these are probably going to be playing into the Starknet airdrop as well. And basically, you can download the wallet on your phone, and there will be some NFT rewards basically given out by doing these tasks. There will be different ones on each week, and I really recommend doing all the weeks. Argent Explorer also has been going on for some time. Right now we're in week 4. And basically, I think you still have time, if I'm reading this right. So you still have the time of like, no, actually, this is not. Okay, right. So if you have done swaps, if you have claimed NFTs and stuff like that, these are going to be like requisites. You definitely want to have the Starknet ID, which is basically a domain. NFT domain which you can trade, something I really recommend getting. I think that's going to be a huge factor here playing into this airdrop. And there's going to be a new week 5 starting out, I guess, tomorrow, and that's very important. So minting out with an NFT with Mint Square, and Mint Square might do their own airdrop. So there's a lot of these, what I talked about a lot when you're interacting with these new protocols. It's like many launch tokens may happen. Arbitrum didn't really have that many, but there were so many meme tokens that were distributed to the people who got the Arbitrum airdrop, for instance. Then we have a Polygon DeFi airdrop, which was given out to people who had done trading on Uniswap and QuickSwap, and well, I think there's a lot of ways to basically be eligible if you have deposited LPs on either on Polygon or Ethereum side. You will be getting these VRSUW tokens, which is a new DEX basically that they had going on, and the Virtue Swap basically, you know, it's becoming a new DEX on Polygon, and I think they had another chain. I think it's not worth much. I think like a couple of bucks or whatever, but it might boom later on. Who knows if Polygon starts to kind of like build up more. Then we have LuxRare. They started out a new rewards campaign. It's not exactly an airdrop, but I decided to add it here anyways. And you can get points by listing NFTs, and these will basically get you gems, and that will be, you know, distributed from 5 million Lux pool. So they kind of have the, I think they had this, no, actually they actually came up with that listing thing. So you know, and depending on what price you set it up, you know, you get more. And obviously Lux can be staked, as I have kept stakes in the very initial time, and you get basically wrapped Ethereum rewards by just staking it, and also get in Lux too, which is good. So I've been liking that model a lot. And obviously the protocols have been going some issues with the removing the fees and stuff like that, and there's been a lot of, you know, going around regarding that, but whatever. And then we have another drop which anybody can participate on regardless of money or status, and that is Chile. It's a Binance Smart Chain token, which I told you guys before that these usually don't have much value, but you know, who knows. And this is going to be basically, this has been shilled a lot in Twitter, by the way, and they have a referral program, which probably means a lot. And you have to do like join a couple of social media things, and I guess download the application, and then you will be eligible for this drop. And so that's pretty simple, not really a lot of hustle here, and no gas fees attached, so that's pretty nice for people who don't have the money. And then we have Swell Network. Don't know much about this one, but so use at your own risk. And this is basically, I guess they're like a form of Ethereum staking platform, and by, you know, doing certain things like being a Gitcoin donor or Discord role, which will give you bonuses. I don't know if you can apply to them retroactively, and then you can basically stake your Ethereum and get the SW Ethereum. And there's some type of leaderboard system and things like that. But you know, I haven't really looked into this too much, but I decided to still add it on here. So you have the ability to basically move your Ethereum here into SVETH. And then they had something else here like Maverick, Aura, and Bunny. I have no idea what those are. I think Bunny is okay, this is a Liquidity engine. So these are kind of interesting. Actually, I've used this application. Okay, interesting. So yeah, there are a couple of options basically which will give you rewards. Then lastly, we have the Venom Testnet, which we quickly talked about on a previous video, which dropped a couple of, week ago, which a lot of people, you haven't checked those out, but they're like a list of like all of these networks which might do an airdrop next. You don't want to be the guy who's going to be missing on the next Arbitrum, basically. There's not going to be exactly the new Arbitrum. There's not going to be like an airdrop that's going to be valued as high as Arbitrum, probably. Or who knows? Who knows? It may be, if the criteria is harder and there's less people getting it, then yeah, the value could be higher. And Venom has different testnet things. So this is once again totally free. You only need to download the extension and then do all these quests. And they add them mostly like on a weekly basis. There's a couple of ones which haven't released yet. And once you do the quest, you basically get an NFT, and I guess those are going to be contributing into the actual airdrop once the mainnet launches. And then also on ZKera, ZK they have NFT which you can claim by doing verifications on Twitter and Discord, just like connecting. You don't need to join anything or follow anything. You just need to connect and verify, and then put your email and bind it and blah blah blah. and you can collect this NFT. ZKera is another one that is likely going to be dropping out airdrop this year, maybe end of this year, maybe end of summer. And I've been interacting a lot with the network because I believe there's going to be many different styles of drops happening in the network, and it's also probably going to be valued pretty highly because they have been around for quite some time and people have been speculating a lot about their airdrops, obviously, in the past. But that's what I gotta share for you this month. We might do another live stream study on some network or whatever, or I might write another article like I did with Starknet. And yeah, there are a couple of high value targets right now which you should be grinding. The markets are down, people are less motivated, less interested in crypto, but that's when you need to be the most greediest, when everybody else are not greedy. That's just the winning formula. It's very simple. And I also need to grind a lot more because there's so many testnets right now going on. But in case you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Not sure when that's going to be coming out, but thanks for watching, and subscribe and like and hit that bell notification so you won't be missing out when the next video will be dropping. Cheers, and I will be seeing you next time.